The topic for the second term is health and wellness. Very good. So before we start working some pages on the book, we are going to write the contents for the second term. Okay? These are the contents for the second term. Okay? The first one and the most important one is health and wellness. It continues with accommodation and furniture, local geography or employment, probability in the future using will, may, and might, present continuous and going to for plans for the future, adjectives of size, shape, weight, and color, purpose and use, reflexive pronouns. Okay, the reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, ourselves, etc. Shall, should, recommend, and suggest for advices, cause and effect of real and unreal situations using the zero, first, and second conditionals. Okay, please write these contents in your notebooks so you can pause the video and write them down in your notebooks. Okay, as now you have the content, we are going to continue working on the pages 24 to 30. Let's start with the exercise number 1. This was an exercise that we worked during the virtual class. Okay, we worked this during the virtual class. We worked on this exercise, but for the people who didn't do it, it's very easy. You just have to write some information about these diseases. If you don't know anything, you can maybe investigate. Okay, cancer, asthma, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, and obesity. You have to write what you know. It says that choose one of the diseases, but I would like you to just write anything you know or anything you can investigate and write in those boxes. Okay, in the exercise number 2, it says go to your printed Awesome Reader and Writer and read communicable versus non-communicable. Write 4 words that you found interesting and why you liked each compared with the classmates. So if you don't have the book, the Awesome Reader and Writer, don't worry, I am going to upload this book to the platform, and according to this text you have to write a short text message summarizing the main points of the text. Don't use more than 45 words. Okay, very good. Let's continue. On the page 25, this is a listening activity, exercise 5. So I will upload this listening exercise too. It says exercise everywhere, so don't worry about the audios. If you have any issues with the listening activities, just send me a message and let me know that the audio is not available or the audio is not working. Yes? Very good. Exercise number 4, work in pairs and discuss the following questions. Do you ever go running in a park? How do you exercise? And is there a sports center near your home? I want you to write the answers of these questions in your notebook. Okay? Maybe we will be able to discuss these questions in the virtual class that we are going to have on this week. Yes, very good. So this exercise, you have to listen to a conversation between 2 siblings. Remember that siblings are brother and sister, or brother and brother, or sister and sister, or 2 brothers and 1 sister. It doesn't matter. So the siblings who can speak here. Match the columns to form complete concepts that appear in the track. Look at this. The example says bus service. You have to match the others. Exercise 7, listen again and take notes on the different ways you can exercise. Write 5 of them and look at the example. Look at the example. It says, if the bus service is late, you can walk to work. Okay? So you have to write 5 of them. Okay? From the different exercises, you have to write 5. On the exercise 7, once more it says work in pairs, but if you cannot work in pairs, don't worry. It says, imagine you are a fitness expert and you are telling your classmate how to get fit or fitted. Use the following prompts and expressions from exercise 5 to give your advice. Okay? So it says, student A, work in a tall building, attend a school in a village, live in a quiet neighborhood. And the student B says, live near the ocean, work in a city center, attend school near a lake. Okay? You're going to give advice. Imagine that you are a fitness expert and you are going to give advice. How? Well, from the exercise 5. Exercise 5 is this: bus service, rush, etc. Local, I don't know, nearby, street, traffic what, and beach. And then you have to use these expressions to give advice here. Let's move to the page 26 now. Exercise 1. It says work in small groups and discuss the questions below. Every time you see this expression, this instruction, work in small groups, you don't have to work in small groups. You just answer the questions, read the questions, and answer them. Okay, it says, does anyone in your family smoke? What are some risks of smoking, and what do you think people smoke? Why do you think people smoke? I want you to answer these 3 questions in the notebook. Exercise 2. Read the article about a project to stop smoking in Asia. Answer the questions below. Okay, this is the article that you have to read. The Quit Tobacco International Project. Okay, and then you answer these 3 questions. Exercise 3. Complete the sentences below using the expressions in the boxes. Expected to be saved, is planning to start, is planning to take, and will quit. You have to complete these 4 sentences with these expressions below in the blue boxes. Exercise 4. Create a poster about the Quit project. Imagine your country is the next target. Think of some possible bad results from tobacco. Think of possible good results if the project is carried out in your country. So you don't have to get too much material. Just you can create this poster in a page in your notebook. You can use color pencils, you can use your pencil, you can draw, you can make designs. There are some students who are really good at drawing. Okay, and here we have some keywords: country, garden, lifestyle, project, rich, risky, and safe. Let's move to the page 27. It says organize the following ideas from the healthiest to the least healthy. Okay, what is the healthiest? Having a pet at home, showering regularly, washing your hands once a day. What is the healthiest? Drinking bottled water only. And what is the least healthy? Eating vegetarian food. Organize them with numbers. Exercise 6. Listen to a doctor to talk about a healthier lifestyle. What does each of the parents ask about? Listen and match each picture to the correct answer. I will give you the audio for this exercise. A healthy home. Once more, if you have any issue with the audio, just let me know by sending me a message to my email. Listen again and write the doctor's recommendation for each item below. Okay? Parent 1, the house. Parent 2, the carpet. And parent 3, the garden. Don't confuse carpet with folder, okay? Please, if you don't know what a carpet is, you can go to Google and find some pictures. Exercise 8, write the examples of proper names plus S, apostrophe S or S apostrophe you heard in the track. Then compare your answers with a classmate. Okay, this is possessive. Sometimes it is singular and you use the letter S. For example, my father's car is the first one, my father's car. If it is plural, you just have to make or write the apostrophe and no more. For example, the car's pollution, you are using plural, just the apostrophe. Use just the apostrophe. What you heard in the track, and write some examples of proper names plus apostrophe S or S apostrophe. And finally, on this page, go to your photo bank, week 1, PV1, and discuss the questions below with a classmate. I will give you this resource in the platform, so don't worry, you can find the pictures corresponding to this photo bank. The questions are: what are the risks of these actions? Whose actions are riskier and why? And finally, how can they be healthier? Okay? Let's continue to the next page. It is 28. It says, exercise 1, if a country is suffering from health problems, who do you think is responsible? Discuss with a classmate. You are just going to specify who do you think is responsible, the national government, the community, or the doctors? Yes? And why? And why? Give the reason, please. Exercise 2, read Pakistan's National Action Plan and write T for true and F for false for each of the following sentences. Some people sometimes write the letter V instead of T, but please, this is English, this is not Spanish, so don't forget to use the letter T, not the letter V. T for true, F for false for each of the following sentences. According to this text, look at the text. It says Pakistan's National Action Plan. I am not going to read it now, but you can do it in your house that you have more time. Okay? Exercise 3. It says, read the text again and write in the chart below actions taken in the present and actions that will be taken in the future. Okay, so according to what I can see, what is this topic? What is this grammar topic? It is donating money so the government can train health specialists. This is present continuous. It's something that is happening now. That's what you have to do. Okay? What the institutions are doing now, the national government or institutions are doing now, international organizations, what are they doing now, and what they will do in the future, or what are they going to do in the future. Okay, so in the first column we use the present continuous, and in the second column we use the future, the going to, or sometimes we also use the present continuous for future. For example, I am visiting my mother next week. That's something that is going to happen in the future, but I am using the present continuous too. Finally, on this page, exercise 4, it says correct these sentences about other future actions. The WHO might hiring specialists from other countries. So this sentence has a mistake. Okay, you have to fix the mistake and write it correctly. Look at the second one. The three parties may plan other programs to help people in Pakistan. So correct the mistakes and write them down. Look at the keywords control, copy, font, government, issue, model, and network. These are the keywords for this page. 29. On this page, we can find the language key. This language key is important to make the exercise that I mentioned on the page 28. Look now what is happening now and what is going to happen in the future with the present continuous for the present continuous for activities that are happening now, and will or want for activities that are probable to happen in the future. So it is common to use will or want when something is considerably possible. Example, national institutions will be ready to confront health issues. This is probable. If the action in the future is not very likely to happen, what is likely? Not probable. Okay? Likely, not likely, unlikely to happen. It is common to use might or may. If that is not very probable, is not very possible, is not very likely, you change will and you use might or may. Examples, the private sector might be motivated to help. International institutions may be interested in copying the same model. Okay, so might and may are for things that are not very likely to happen. That's the language key. Important for this unit, important for the exams, for the monthly exam and for the bi-monthly exam at the end of this term. Please, important. Will, want, may, and might. Keep in mind. Okay, read the language key, exercise 5, and choose the correct word to complete each sentence. What is the language key? The language key. This is the language key, the one in yellow or orange. Campaigns might or won't work if people are not aware of the huge risks of smoking. Huge is something very big. Okay, teenagers may or might not get really interested if the campaign doesn't get to social networks. The easiest way to control diabetes will or won't be to ban all sodas from school. What is ban? To ban? Well, prohibition. Ban is to give a prohibition to somebody. That is ban. That is banned. That is not allowed. That is forbidden. Okay? Very good. Exercise 6. Put the words below in the correct order to create complete sentences. China start a campaign against tobacco. Will and I organize it like this. China will start a campaign against tobacco. You have to do the same with the exercises 2 and 3. Very good. Exercise number 7 says, look at the photographs to the right. These are the photographs. Look. We can see 2 different photographs. I can see like an airplane, like a small airplane spreading something on a field, like a liquid on a field. Okay, maybe this is a plague control, I don't know, or drugs control. I'm not sure what I can say about this picture. The second one is contamination, air pollution from a factory. Okay, it says work in pairs and write in the space below the probable consequences of the actions in the photographs on the environment and in your community. Once more, don't have to work in pairs, you just answer the questions. Finally, on this page 29, go to your photo bank, week 1 PP2, and discuss the photos of people promoting campaigns using the questions below. So I will give you this resource in the platform, so don't worry about it. I will give you these pictures for you to do it. Talk about the future possibilities each campaign can have. How successful will the campaign be? What obstacles might they find? How long may it take to control the problem. And now finishing with page 30, it says exercise 1. Which of the following campaigns would be more appealing to young people? Appealing, more attractive to young people. Discuss with a classmate. A toy heart to prevent heart disease. A YouTube video with someone famous. A song with lyrics about how to prevent cancer. You have to choose which one of the following would be more attractive or appealing. And the exercise 2 is listening. I will give you the audio for you to listen to it, listen to a video blog about campaign in India. Check the words you hear, and the audio is keep it pumping. I will give you the audio. If you have any issue with the audio, don't forget to send me a message so I can fix it very quickly. Exercise 4. Write a small paragraph using the words you ordered in exercise 3. Exchange it with a classmate and read their text, making sure you pronounce the words correctly with the help of the pronunciation box. Okay? So all the words that you organize from the exercise 3 is this. Look, you are going to do the exercise 4. It says listen again, organize the words you checked in exercise 2 into the correct columns. Some words can have both sounds. Add extra words below in the boxes. Keep it pumping is the audio. Okay, you have to organize the words here into the correct column. Caregivers, Lego, they have different sounds, different consonants. This is the pronunciation box in the case that you have any question. The sound R is softer than Spanish. It requires speakers to roll their tongue for a longer period than in Spanish. Okay, R is not pronounced in the British English after a vowel at the end and at the end of a word, except if it appears between vowel sounds. This is very important if there is a person who wants to learn how to speak the British English. The letter R is not pronounced after a vowel, okay, and at the end of a word. Don't forget that. Teacher in the British English is not teacher, it's just teacher. Actor, it is actor. They don't pronounce the letter R. The letter L sound also requires to roll your tongue for longer than in Spanish. Okay, leg. It is not just like the Spanish L, no. It is a longer L. Analyze, call. Okay, that L is a little bit longer. Okay, and the last exercise for this week is this exercise 5. Work in groups of 5. Discuss the questions below. What can we do to prevent cardiovascular illnesses? Do you or any of your relatives suffer from heart problems? Do they have to change their lifestyle? You just have to answer these questions, and we will try to discuss them in the virtual class that we are going to have this week. Thank you very much for your attention, and God bless you.